My name is Shayla Raye Somerville, and I am from Akron, Ohio. I went to Bennett College for Women in Greensboro, North Carolina. College was the best, though. Oh my goodness. I mean, I was scared at first, and my parents, they really wanted me to go to Bennett because it was an all-girls school. And I went to an all-girls school for most of my life. Like, I went to a Catholic all-girls school, white school, most of my life. So, I've been used to that environment, and I think that my mom felt like I was kind of like boy crazy when I went to a co-ed school because it was like a new experience for me. But there's nothing better than a good-looking man in my eyes. Like, it's a weakness. So, anywho, so I ended up going back to Ohio for a couple of years, and after a while of doing that, I'm like, this isn't me. And that's when I visited New York, and the rest is history. I went for 3 days. I ended up staying for 2 weeks and moving a couple months later. I was in New York for almost 5 years. After life happened, it kind of altered how I felt about living in New York. And that was because I got married and had a baby. And I was like, wow. I miss the slow life. I miss that. I need that in my life. So I would see people all the time in New York, like up and down the subway with babies and carriages. And I just, being from Ohio, it was like, I'm not about this life. In July, I got pregnant. In October, he moved in to New York. So he sold his house in Atlanta and moved to New York. His sister moved in with me and my brother like a month later. He proposed to me in December. We were married in February, and we had our daughter in April. The day that he left was the first day that I slept at peace, and I've been happy ever since. I'm enjoying the single life in Atlanta. Dating has been interesting in Atlanta. I mean, most women will say, like, Atlanta is, like, the worst place to be. I mean, the ratio is crazy. You have a bunch of video vixen type chicks. Everybody's getting work done, booties. You're like, what? I mean, you can go to the gym. You're going to see a girl with a half top, booty shorts with her booty hanging out the back, a weave that comes down to her ass, a fully beat face on a bike. Like, what is this? Like, where are we? It's like a bad nightmare. Not to mention, Atlanta is the stripper capital of the world, so it's a very sexualized place in my eyes because, this is what people do for, like, a business deal. You can go to the strip club for a date. You can go to the strip club. Like, that is what people do here. So it's really interesting, but you know what? Starting out, I had a lot of married guys coming at me, and I'm like, what in the world? And I mean, they would want to take you out in public, like, but you're married. Like, what are you talking about? Yes, they did not care. Then you got, some of the guys that have approached me that are just playboys, just having fun, not even taking it serious. Like, so you see a lot of that. I've met some really good guys, though, too. And some of them are older. And they're just ready for that family life. And it's like, I'm not ready for that family life, Like, I'm trying to enjoy being single for a little bit. But all in all, I mean, dating has been fun. I mean, it isn't consistent. Like I said, I still have my daughter as a first priority. But when I get out, and I'm a serial dater, I think I promote talking to multiple guys at one time. Why not? You don't know what you want to buy until you test drive it a little bit. And, take that how you want it. But you gotta kind of, get a feel for what you want. And right now, it works out perfectly for the person who's not trying to be in a committed relationship because they all bring a little something to the table. So, it's been really, really fun as far as entertainers. not my favorite thing because I already know what comes with that. But it's happened, and the stereotypes about them are all true. So I will say that. But, it's not hard to date here. If you're a beautiful woman about your business, there are guys here. You just got to find the ones who are ready to be serious. That's it. Coming from New York, where everything is just kind of so real, Atlanta's just different. It's different because everybody here, even if they're not for a real star, they will make you believe that they are Beyonce. They will make you believe that, they are Jay-Z. And you're like, listen, you ain't what you think you are. You know what I mean? I would compare it a lot to LA in the sense of it's very superficial. I always call Atlanta's like the ratchet LA. You know what I mean? Like we might be superficial in different ways. Here, you're gonna have your video vixen type chicks walking around. LA, you might have your Barbie doll, big boob, blonde hair. But we're the ratchet LA. And here, everybody thinks they're a star. Everybody thinks they are a music mogul. You know what I mean? So it's just a new world. So being out in the scene, and when I have interviewed, certain type of celebrities who have had, much success, and I come here and it's like, not to demean anybody, but you've had a couple seasons of a reality show, or you're on a reality show, but you're acting like you're on another level where the person who has had much success were humble. You know what I mean? So it's like a whole different way that you have to deal with the celebrities in the South. A big difference when you talk about doing a red carpet in New York and a red carpet in Atlanta. I think the red carpets in New York, and I won't say everyone, but they tend to be a little bit more organized, a little bit more together, and it's not people making you feel like, oh, you're not from E, or you're not from Entertainment Tonight, or you're not from this. Everybody can respect, even a blogger. I mean, bloggers can make millions and millions of dollars, and there's plenty of them that do. So it's definitely something that needs to be respected, and especially since the internet is the next wave. This is what everyone is doing. This is where everything is going, to the internet. So I feel like in Atlanta, they're, who are you, or what is this, or it's almost like trying to tear you down to build yourself up again mentally, to feel like you're more. But why? Whereas in New York, everybody's pretty secure about who they are, and it's like you can respect everybody's hustle there. So it's just a new world. Yeah, well, I think Carmen, she's the glue that holds everything together, and she is the mastermind behind it all. She's the one who is well connected with the publicists to get calls to even participate in any type of events. And I think that, what we're moving towards is kind of like each of us have like an individual niche type of skill set that we hone in on. So for me, I think I'm like your dealing with those reality stars type, sit down interview, because I like to dig into the meat. I like to say the things that nobody is going to say. I want to ask you the thing that's going to be uncomfortable. If I'm speaking to Lisa from Married to Medicine and her husband is accused of being gay, I'm going to ask you, is that true? Why do you think somebody would make this up? But I'm going to say it in a way where you want to answer it. And a lot of times they do, so I feel like I'm your reality star girl. And I think that, I'm not sure what everybody else's title per se is, but I know Sky had expressed wanting to do some more business type, blogs and things of that nature. And, Jet, again, her being from Atlanta, being on those red carpets, she knows a lot of those people that she's interviewing. So it all comes together and all works.